think I need to straighten this out a little bit. I am so glad that you decided to stop by here. If you're watching on the replay, just hit replay there at the bottom. I'm Emily with J.Bowen&Company, and welcome. I thought, I have got to turn on my ring light. I accidentally hit the live before I was ready, so I'm going to turn on my light so y'all can see me a little bit better. Y'all hang in there real quick. I've got to plug it in here. I accidentally hit the live when I was gonna go run and do something else, but it's going, so here we are. So welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, I love to do thrift flips. I show you projects and products. I have a whole lot of videos out there if you've never watched my channel. Hey there, Stephanie, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I decided to jump on here. I wanted to give you some of, hey Laura, how are you? I wanted to give you guys some of my latest, just some updates on what's going on. I have a lot going on. I'm actually working from home. My other job I have, it's Friday. It's a beautiful day outside. The kids are all at school. They're having their Valentine's Day parties today, so they were really excited about that, although they're very tired because they have started softball and baseball. Bowen had her tryouts last night, so we did that. It was freezing. It said it was 60 degrees. It dropped to 50. It was absolutely freezing. And then Knox has started baseball, so we are kind of in the busy season. And I wanted to start off by talking to you about some updates, what's going on. I wanted to thank you so much for the new IOD, all of your purchases, your paints, your IOD, all of your support, watching my channel, all those kind of things. But I want to go ahead and jump into what's going on, in my life. I hope you guys are doing well. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all are up to today. So several things are going on. I wrote a whole little list right here because I wanted to make sure that usually I just wing it, but there's quite a few things I wanted to go over. So the IOD, the new IOD release was a success. Y'all have really gone out of your way and outdone yourselves purchasing from me. I really appreciate all of your love and support. I hope you've all gotten your items. If there's any problems, as always, just let me know and I will absolutely fix them. So thank you. If you've gotten your new IOD release, y'all let me know. So that's that. I wanted to go over some of the things. I did a poll on my page about paint inlays and your hesitation with those, because I love paint inlays, but they're my probably least best seller. So I wanted to kind of talk to you about that, kind of let you know what's going on in my life and why I'm doing what I'm doing. I wanted to let you know, I'm going to start out kind of with some just kind of life updates. So as many of you know, my oldest son, Reed, he is a senior this year. So that timeline is ticking down. So my main thing that I'm doing this year is being intentional. So I am spending a lot of time, as much time as I can, with my children. So we're watching movies, we're playing games, we're reading books, we're doing all those things. So in order to have more time to do that, I had to cut out some things in my life. Not YouTube, because I love YouTube, Facebook, all that, I love that. But what I decided to do, y'all, some of you guys might not even know this, but I have 4 booth locations. I don't usually share this. I have a booth location in Gainesville, Georgia, where I have 3 different booths there. I have my paint booth, and then I have 2 vintage booths. I have a booth location up there at Gainesville in Georgia. I'm pointing here because it's literally right down the street. At that location, I sell DIY paint, rethunk junk paint, whimsical decoupage papers, JRV papers. I sell some fusion products, alchemy, and some of the top coats and things like that. And then I have 2 vintage booths. So I have decided, one, because they have raised the price in rent, that was a big factor, but 2, I just don't have time for it. So I'm closing one of the booths there, and I'm going to consolidate it. And I'm going to just put it all together. I have plenty of bookshelves and things, and I can just put it, I have one like long booth. I think it's like, I don't know, it's pretty long, and then it's probably like 8 feet deep, and then I don't know what it is, maybe 18 feet wide. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty good size. So I'm going to consolidate. I have a 10 by 10 booth. I'm going to consolidate that booth into that larger booth, and that's where I'm going to have like projects that I completed, and then I have a bunch of vintage type stuff there. So I am downsizing so I don't have that, you know, burden to fill up those and maintain those 2 booths. Plus with the rent increase, it takes out profit. So I sell most from that long booth and my paint booth anyway, so I'm just going to downsize. So I'm closing that by the end of this month, February. By the end, I also have a booth in Cumming, Georgia. It's just too far from my house. That booth is it takes me about 35-40 minutes to go. It's in a great store, Angry Mamas, but I just simply don't have the time to work that booth, and my sales aren't great over there. They're much better over here at the OCC out of the cedar chest in over here in Gainesville. So hi Levi, how are you? I didn't say hi, I'm sorry about that. Every time I get on here, my head starts hurting. I think it's the way I'm looking up. I don't know what that's about, but okay. So we're going to closing that one booth, consolidating, and I'm looking down here at my list, guys. I'll show you my list. It's right down there. Here you go. There's my list I'm reading. Oh, and my earrings. I forgot to put them on. I'll go ahead and put them on. So the next booth I'm closing is the booth in Cumming, Georgia. I ran over there last weekend with my husband. I pulled out all the stuff that I wanted to still sell at full price and put it at my booth over here in Gainesville. And so that booth right now is 50% off. So if you're over in Cumming, Georgia, go check out my booth. I'm going to close that booth too at the end of February. A lot of that stuff is selling and I'm reducing it, so it's selling pretty fast. So I'm hoping by the end of this month, a lot of that stuff will be sold out. There's just one big shelf I want to get from over there, and a mannequin, like one of those dress forms. I want to get that from over there. But the rest of the stuff, I hope it all sells out. So if you're in Cumming, Georgia, y'all go check that out. But yeah, there's one big bookshelf. I'm going to put it in my daughter Bowen's room. We're going to paint it. It just needs to be painted. It has the look of Pottery Barn. I don't think it's Pottery Barn, but it's a real nice big shelf, like bookshelf. It looks just like something that we would find at Pottery Barn, but it does need to be touched up or painted. I'm going to paint it for Bowen, put it in her room. She doesn't have a nice big shelf that she can put all her stuff on. She's 11 now, but you know, she's becoming, you know, a preteen. She's a preteen, becoming a teen. She's going to have all that stuff that, you know, you need to put on, you know, to display in your room, and she doesn't have any place for that. So we're going to do that. Let's see here. And I have basically just 4 bookshelves in Helen, Georgia, at Nakuchi Village. That store always does well over there. This month is a little slower because it's a real touristy town. If you've never been to Helen, Georgia, it is a beautiful mountain town. There's like a sky coaster, restaurants. The Chattahoochee River runs through there, and they get 3 to 4 million tourists a year. So that store always does well. If you're over in Helen, Georgia, go check me out there. I'm on the very top floor in the attic of an old house. Okay, so that's that one. Not doing anything to that one. And the booth over in Dahlonega, where I have Fusion Mineral Paint and some whimsical stuff, nothing's going on with that one. Now, there is an update on our business, my husband's business. Together, he and I have bought this new building, and we're very excited. So that building is going to be moving from, we bought it several months ago. I've probably not told y'all about that, but it's a big warehouse building. It was like a shell of a building when we bought it. We've had it all, my husband, he's in charge of all that. He's been fixing it all up, like putting office space in the front, and then it's a huge warehouse for him. So he's getting ready to move that soon. So we just got the approval this morning. So he met with all of the, you know, people you have to meet with for that. So that's a big deal. So he's going to be doing that soon. So those things that I'm talking about, you know, downsizing my booths will give me more time to focus on YouTube, less time I have to worry about those booths, and more time to spend with you guys and my family. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that's been something I needed to do. I just had to wait till after the holidays so like my husband could help me, and you know, we can do that. So I'm very excited about having less stress. I think it's good to have less stress and to be more intentional. So hello, Corey. I'm not sure who that is, but hello. Let's see what else we got to talk about. Okay, so the new IOD release, y'all. Thank you so very, very much. I gotta show y'all what I decided to do. So I want to go through these different things real fast. Oh, first I want to talk to you about my new video. I have a new video coming out. Hopefully it will be out by Sunday, if not Saturday, probably Sunday. I'm working on it. It's going to be a garden theme style video. That's what we're gonna get. That's what's going on. And we're gonna, I don't know why that's, I don't know if that's showing right on top of my face or what. Okay, so, oh, I don't think y'all seen it. Well, let's see here. Is that on my face? Y'all let me know if that's on my face. I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm doing a garden style video. In fact, I don't like that there. I'm just gonna delete that. How can I delete that? There we go. Okay, so I'm doing a garden style video. Y'all are gonna get a little sneak peek. I've already started on it. I am using molds, y'all. I asked you guys, you voted, you wanted to see molds and stuff. Okay, well, I took it off because I don't know how to move it. So y'all wanted to see molds and stamps. I don't think I'm gonna be using any stamps, but I'm gonna be using molds and paint inlays. So when I did my original video, I didn't have my paint inlays yet, so I couldn't show y'all each page, but it is beautiful. I'm pointing here because it's sitting right here, but I'm gonna show you a little sneak peek. Y'all seen the new pieces here. This is the new, this is the small oval. Here's the large oval. I've already painted it for my new project that's coming up. This is in the color Pine Shadow. It's called Pine Shadow by Rethunk. So I've given it 2 coats of paint, and we are going to be using this. This is the larger 15-inch version, and this is the smaller one. I'm not sure the size. Well, no, it's right there on the back. 8.5 by 10.6 inches, and this one is 12.7 by 15.7 inches. These are part of the new release. I'm using this one, and I'm going to do a tulip. I'm going to use a tulip mold on that one. So we're going to be making over that. We're going to be using some paint inlays. We're going to be using, I'm going to show you all these things real quick. I'm so glad you guys are here with me. This is the, I'm going to show you, this is the little small 5x5 piece. I thought it'd be something fun to just pick up. They all come with a little hanger too, but this is something really fun. You can just make a little shelf sitter, just try something out. It looks really nice. It's made out of really good quality wood. It's got, on the back, it tells you what the size is, and it comes with that little hanger. But you can see the size compared to this, okay? And then also, there was already a large, what do they call this? The arched wood gallery blank. This is it. It's 11 inches by 16 inches. I had not purchased it previously. I don't know. I just wasn't interested in it. So I hadn't offered it. But once they came out with all these new ones, I thought, you know what? I'm going to offer this to you guys. And here's the smaller one too. So the large one is 11 by 16. This is part of the new release. It's 7 by 10. Okay. I also want to let you guys know that I'm still offering the free shipping, but you do have to put a code. It's New Year 100. So if you put New Year 100 at checkout, you can get the free shipping. So these are all of these wood blanks. I know I'm going to use these two plus this one on my new video, and I also have something over there that I'm planning on using. So those will be some fun projects. I've already poured, so the other night I poured all these resin molds. They're starting to come out, but here they are. They're resin, they're still in the molds. I was gonna film bringing them out, but they're starting to crunch out. You know how they come out whenever, but here they all are. I've done this one is the tulip mold. I love the tulip mold right there. Y'all, these molds are really selling out. Everything is moving fast. Y'all are loving the molds this time. I'll move it down here so you guys can see. But this is the LaCroix, the crosses. Aren't those cool? And then I did the wreath and swag mold right there. And this is, I only did 2 on this one because I'm going to use the carrot one and I'm going to use clay there. But I only did the little snail and the sweet pea. This is called the spring garden one. Okay, that's a spring garden one. And this is the bunnies one, but bad news, for you guys, if you didn't purchase it, it's sold out. And IOD is sold out, so I can't get those anymore. I did something, what I like to do with these IOD products is I like to buy as much as I can, and then I just sell out. I'm not ordering more of, well, you can't order more. No one can order more of those bunnies right now. So, you know, I warned you guys, you got to buy it. I sold 29 of those molds. So I thought that was really good. So thank you guys for purchasing those. There are still some more of these other molds if you're interested in those. So I'm going to be using the tulip mold to make a gorgeous arrangement on that large oval wooden piece. So you guys stay tuned to that. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about several things. I got this whole list. I'm going to check them off. Oh yeah, Whatnot. I forgot to tell you all that. That's something I'm really excited about. I have finally decided to sell some. I'm going to try out Whatnot. If y'all have used Whatnot, raise your hand. If you've heard of it, raise your hand. If you haven't, I'm going to tell you what it is. It's basically an online way that we can sell. I think you can do buy it now sales, but the main concept is like, I'm talking crazy. I'm gonna slow down, I'm gonna breathe. Okay, sometimes I get on a roll here. I'm gonna slow down. The main concept with Whatnot is to sell your items in an online auction. So if you haven't joined yet, I've put a link right there in my description. If you join, you can get $15 credit for your first project or purchase. Sorry, first purchase. So $15 if you join, $15 off your first purchase. And you can follow me. I'm going to be having some live sales. I'm going to start out and do a handful and see how they go. But I have all kinds of fun things I can sell on there that I typically just sell in my booth, but I'm going to offer to you. I know I've got some old church hymnals. This is just like right off the rip what I'm thinking. Old church hymnals, y'all always want that. I've got old music books. I've got piano rolls, things you can use with crafting or things you can use as decor. I've got vintage glassware like amber, stuff like that. I mean, I've got stuff all over that I could sell you guys. I can do bundles or vintage decor, things you can make over, things that are already made over. So I don't know, I've never done it. But all of the experts are saying that this online auction style shopping is going to be the newest, latest, and greatest thing. So if you go to my description, you can follow me on Whatnot. You get $15 free credit to use to your first purchase, and you can sign up as someone that wants to watch these live auctions, and they're going on all the time, and supposedly you can get spectacular deals. Also, if you want to be a seller and you have stuff, you can sign up as a seller too, either way. But if you sign up, you can follow me. Then I'm also going to be letting you guys know when the next, sales are going on. Okay, so some of you guys have heard of it, and I guess Ricky, hello Ricky. So anyway, if you're interested in following me, I would love if you follow me because I need to get some followers over there. You sign up and you follow certain people and then you get notifications. I'll be letting you guys know when I'm going to have my next sale. Okay, so I showed you the molds. I wanted to show you this paint inlay because you guys voted and y'all told me that one, you thought the number one reason you hesitate on the paint inlays are they're expensive, which they are expensive. They're about 40 something, I can't remember what they are, 40 something, high-end 40s. But you get all these sheets and you can use them multiple times. So a lot of you guys, some of you guys said you're scared you're gonna mess up. And then some of you other people said you don't know how to use it. So I am going to show you how to use paint inlays on the next video. This is the new paint inlay. Let me see the front that came with. So these are the 12 by 16 sheets. It's a beautiful paint inlay. Like I said earlier, I did not have this whenever I did my new IOD release, so I could only show you pictures. But it's beautiful. It is inspired by Versailles outside of Paris. I don't know if you've ever been there before, but I've been to Versailles. I don't know if it's considered in Paris or outside of Paris. You got to go Paris. I went there when I was about 25. But it is a huge palace where people used to live. And I can't remember the number, but it was like somewhere between 20, 30, 40,000 people lived at this palace. You know, so anyway, all these beautiful images are inspired there by Versailles in Paris. You get 8 different sheets. Basically what a paint inlay is it is paint on a sheet, okay? That is literally paint. And there's 2 different ways to apply it. You can either embed it into wet paint or into a top coat. If you use it in wet paint, you can get 2 to 3 to 4 images, but each image that you use, it's going to be more distressed, okay? So if you have 8 different images and use the paint method, you get 8 pages. So depending on how distressed you want it to get, you could use each of these 8 pages and images on each page 3 different times. So you get a lot of use. And if you want a very, very artsy look, I call it artsy, it looks like real art, the paint inlay is the way to go. If you want a perfect image and you want it to be exactly like that, transfer, okay? But I'm going to show you all these images. There's several, you know, pages of big images. Can y'all see that? These are gorgeous images. So there's several different colors. You've got some, these are like I think that's a dark brown color. That's a dark brown color. And then this is more like that burnt sienna color. These are smaller ones. So what I'd recommend if you're using a paint inlay, to use the smaller images first to try it out. Don't start on the big image. That's like, you know, you're wanting to paint furniture and you decide, I'm going to paint my kitchen cabinets. Probably not the best idea. Start small. And they give you small images. So these are some more of those dark brown images. They're not hard to do, and I have multiple videos, but they do, you know, take a little bit of time to get used to. So you could start on something small like a butterfly, and you can just cut that image out. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to cut the image out. Let's say you were going to, and this is what I'm going to show you. Let's say you were going to do a little butterfly on this. You would paint it like, let's say you're going to paint it white, like chalk paint. You want to do it on like a chalk paint. Paint 1 coat of white. You're going to, and I'm going to show you all step by step, and I have lots of videos on it, but then you're going to take that out. You're going to spritz it with water. You're going to give a 2nd coat of paint. When it's still wet, you're going to place that image face down, and you're going to rub it in. You're going to let it dry, okay? You're going to let the image dry. When it's dry, you're going to spritz the image again. It's going to be the back of the paint. You're going to pull it up, and you're going to have this beautiful, beautiful image. And then you can just put a top coat to seal it. This is just the whatever that is, the little blank. Okay, but you see these are, now you're starting to see some blue images, okay? There's some beautiful, beautiful blue images. Look at this. This is a bunch of florals. So, yes, they do cost money for these pages, but you get so many beautiful, to me what these look like is if you've been to Europe or not, or just old buildings where they kind of have frescoes, they look like frescoes. So when you pull it off, or like old tiles, they look old and unique, and they are absolutely gorgeous. But they've got some blue images, and then here's some more. There's a swan and some, I think those are sheep or rams or something. Okay, you see this? But look at all these images. You see how many images there are? If you've not picked up this set, I recommend it. I have some other ones too that are beautiful, but look at this one. This one has this lady on it, but you can use like the full images, or you can cut them apart, either way. But you could make a piece of art like this. So several of the images are large. It looks like there's like 2 to 3 really large images. But like I said, you can use these 2 to 3 times, and they are absolutely gorgeous. I'm sorry I didn't have them when I was when I was going through my inventory before the sale. I was like, where are my paint inlays? And that's when I realized I just had not ordered them. So I had to order them, and then I got them like a day or so after the release. So I didn't have, this is the back where they show you those beautiful pictures. So I didn't have time to show you it. I just could show you the stock photos, but you can see where you can put it on an individual, like a picture, or this is on a dresser, and then this is like little individual ones. Okay, get a new one. It's me. I haven't even used Okay, ours cost $70. Wow. Well, hello, Tara, right? I want to make sure I get that right. Yes, so she's saying she loves playing with inlays. She's on the fence with getting the new ones. In Canada, they cost $70. Here, they're about $49, I think. But they are, you know, they are beautiful. I'm going to show you how to do them. You know what? Today is a good day to get started. So go ahead and get started on the paint inlays, and I think you will enjoy them. Okay, so go ahead and get started on those. If you have any questions, let me know about those. I wanted to tell you briefly, I carry Howard's products. Do y'all know what Howard's products are? I don't usually showcase them. They are great sellers. I just got in a huge lot because I was getting kind of low on them. So I got this huge lot. I sell tons of products of the Howard's products. They're really good for refinishing furniture, cleaning up your house, cleaning furniture, all that. So you can go check out my website for that. I wanted to give you, let's see here. I told you about the paint inlay, the booth updates, the closing the booth. I invited you to the whatnot. I'm going to go over that IOD. I told you about my new video, and I wanted to go over some of the new whimsical decoupage papers. I put them up right before the IOD release, but I didn't want to overwhelm you guys with all these different products because I know it just gets overwhelming. But I wanted to show you these. Y'all look at this new ducks in a row. These are whimsical decoupage. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? This may be my new favorite. If you like that Peaceful Swan one, you're going to love this one. These papers are 21 inches by 29 inches. They're large, and they are beautiful decoupage papers. We've got the ducks in a row. Oh, this is the Peaceful Swan one. In fact, one of you guys just ordered this today, so I'm going to get that sent out. But this is the Peaceful Swan one. That's not new. I just reordered, and I've ordered the last 4 the company had. So anyway, I can't even buy those anymore. This is a really interesting. It's kind of like Alice in Wonderland. It's kind of, sometimes her papers are kind of different. That she's got human hands, but a body of a rabbit. It's all dressed. It's called Important Day. And I have these all listed on my website under whimsical papers. Let's see. I want to just go through these. Do y'all have any questions? There's some more too. Maybe I left them over there. Well, I must have left them over there in my other room, but you get the hint. I've got a bunch of brand new whimsical papers over there that you guys can check out. I also wanted to talk to you about some of the new, it's not new. I have been selling rethunk junk for over a year, but I don't showcase it much on this channel. So rethunk junk is a furniture paint. I sell, there's a bunch of different colors. I can't remember how many colors. They just came out with some new colors. I didn't purchase them right off the rip because I was trying to pay off all of my inventory. All my inventory, everything is paid off. But I now, in fact, I'm getting a new delivery today of this paint because I was getting, some of my colors were getting low. So I wanted to talk to you about this paint. So because I sell this paint, I bring them home and I'm like, what color am I, what am I going to paint? So I grabbed some colors that I thought were kind of pretty for spring. So the Rethunk Junk paint, it's a resin paint. You don't need to prime your stuff, just clean it. It's got a top coat in there. There's, like I said, a bunch of different colors. It's called, look at here, Rethunk Junk. You see that? It is a Georgia paint company. So when I order it, I get it really quick from the company. There's a bunch of beautiful colors. There's more, I would say there's a bunch of neutral colors, and then there's a bunch of bright colors. You guys know I sell DIY paint, infusion paint. Love both of those paint colors too, but I thought I would show you an alternative. I sell a lot of this up at my store right here in Gainesville. It's a resin paint, like I said, from Georgia. Doesn't require a top coat, but they do carry stains and finishes, no waxes, but just some like top coats. There's a whole line of that. It comes in 2 different sizes. This is the smaller size, and the one thing about these paints, they are cheaper than Fusion. They run about, I can't remember if they're around $22, and you get, how much is that? I don't know how much this is, what size it is. I think I usually call it a pint, but, oh, 16 ounces. Okay. This is 16 ounces. This one is called taupe. You can see the different colors. We got taupe. Oh, the back side's better to see. Whoops. Y'all, I have hurt I think I carried too much stuff that was heavy, and I have hurt like here and here, and even this paint hurts for me to hold up. But this is fresh sage. This is called taupe. I'll compare it to this side, this color, so you can see. This is called, whoop, got my tag on there, Seaside. Okay. This one is Peacock. This one is Pine Shadow. This is the color that I painted this in. It's a beautiful dark green color. Isn't that pretty? But this is a furniture paint, but it's also really good for crafts and things like this. But this is the smallest size, and then it comes in I think it's a quart. Y'all, I can't remember offhand. It's a much bigger size jar, and that one retails for, it's under $30, but you get a really big jar of it. This one is called, oh, I was showing y'all the fresh sage. This is called Robin's Egg. And this is just a bright blue. I was just bringing home like fun colors. Oh, this is the Robin's Egg. But it comes in a lot of, I've got another color right here. I'll show you compared to the Fusion so you can see. See the difference? This is the size of the Rethunk Junk versus the Fusion. So I think they're about the same. Yep, 16.9, and this is 16 ounces. But it's a little bit cheaper. I can't remember what this run. I think they're $29.99 for the Fusion on my website, and these are, I can't remember. I think they're around $22. So that is, so I carry this up down there at the store. I'm pointing down there because it's not far. So all the Rethunk Junk paints I sell down there. This is the prep. It's still sitting here because I've been doing a project. This is the prep. This is what you clean it with. You don't have to sand it. You don't have to wax it. You don't have to prime it. You can. It's got all that built in. But there is a top coat if you want to make it a little bit stronger. So hello, Margaret. How are you doing? Thank you for saying hello. So we were just kind of going over everything. I was kind of telling you all about the new paint line. It's not a new paint line. I've had it for over a year. I just don't showcase it much online. But I thought that I would start doing that, so y'all have another option if you're interested. Also, they just came out with six or seven new colors. They're called the Heritage color line. I don't even have them up on my website, but I'm going to be focusing on those soon, showcasing those. They're supposed to be delivered today. I'm so excited because I just ordered probably like Tuesday or Wednesday, and I got a notification that I was getting all my new paint today. So I'm excited about that. There's like a plum color. It's kind of like a dark navy. There's already a farmhouse navy, and that one sells great. But there's kind of like it's kind of a mixture between like a slate and a navy. That's what it looks like in the picture. There's one called Parchment. It's like a yellow. There's a rose color, kind of like a light medium blue, and there's a moss green. So there's a bunch of new colors coming out. So like I said, I didn't order them in October when they came out just because I had a lot of inventory I wanted to pay for. And I didn't want to, go into debt, basically, more debt. So, but anyway, everything is paid off all my credit cards. Yay, all my inventory is paid off. Very excited about that. And so now I can just focus on these things. So, good morning, Claudia. How are you doing? Is it morning? Yeah, I guess it's morning there. I've been up since 6 o'clock and it's 11:30. So I've been up like 5.5 hours. It feels like afternoon, but good morning. So anyway, there's that. I want to show y'all something that I've decided to do. I've been going over different things. So I'll show you some things that I may sell if I go. I was telling y'all I'm going to do Whatnot. Now this is my hymnal book that's all, I use this one all the time. But I have more hymnal books I could sell to you guys on Whatnot. I've got piano rolls. I've got things like this that are just sitting around my house. Look at these, like vintage. I need to either put them in my booth. Look at these vintage, like, what are those? Sheep? Aren't those cool? I've got a lot of cool vintage stuff that I could sell on there for you guys. Anyway, I thought that would be fun. But I want to go over one other thing before I get off of here because I've got to get to I've got some other work I have to do. So let me grab that real quick. I like to show you guys I like to show you guys a little sneak peek of my video. I think I've shown y'all this before. I painted this in the color Arcadia Pear from Fusion. I did that a while back. It's just this is a large tray. I want to show y'all how big it is. This is a Fusion paint, so you can see how big that tray is. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that. So I'm on this next video, I'm going to show y'all how to use some molds and some paint inlays. This is a paint inlay from the Transfer Florography. Okay, see these? I'm going to cut them apart and I'm going to place them on the tray. And I'm going to show you how you can use these with a top coat. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do there. I'm going to do that on that. Also, just reminding you, I still have the IOD release, the new IOD release, but it is selling fast. So you got to get over there if you want stuff. Make sure you grab it because once I'm sold out, I'm sold out. So y'all get over there and get that. But this is going to be on my upcoming. So my upcoming video, I'm going to do this project, okay, with the tulips. It's like going to be like a garden floral theme, okay? And then I've got this other thing. Y'all, I ran these things through the dishwasher. Where is the one I cleaned? Oh, that one's still dirty. This one I actually, yeah. Oh, is this the one I have cleaned? No, that's probably not the one. Let me see. I can't tell which one I did. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I have cleaned and scrubbed this thing. This is one of, like one of those inserts to a toolbox. And I put it in the dishwasher. I scrubbed it in the sink with one of those steel wool, not steel wool, but you know those things you scrub with, those metal things. I scrubbed it good. And now I'm going to paint it. And I'm going to put some molds right here. And I'm going to make it into like a little spring carrier decor piece. So these are, so for my next video, I've got this piece to do, that piece to do, this piece to do, this little one, and I'm probably going to use this one for my video. So I'm hoping I'll have that out by Sunday. I'm also going to be scheduling a whatnot clean with WD-40. Okay, that is a good idea because so far I've ran it through the dishwasher, then I scrubbed it with one of those metal scrubbing pads and with just Dawn soap. And okay, I think we have some WD-40. That's a good tip. Thank you. And so then I have this one to do, and that's it for my next video. So that's what I've got to do. So I really appreciate you guys being here. Let me make sure I got everything. Oh yeah, one thing. I was going to go over the, I've told y'all about everything. If you haven't watched the part before, y'all go back and watch it. I gave y'all some information that I think could be valuable to you guys. Some just important life updates and stuff. Okay, so look what I did, y'all. I got to show y'all this. So, you know, I make all these things and I'm like, what am I going to do with this? So, you know my little box here. I was like, I don't really want to sell it. I am in Georgia. That's where I am. So, I didn't really want to sell this box. But I'm like, if I don't find a use for it, I'm going to... No, I'm not. I do sell the paints and stuff, yes. All the stuff I sell on my website. You can find my website over on the description. But this is one of the boxes I made. I'm like, I've got to do something with this or I've got to sell it or something. I can't just have all this stuff, you know, sitting here in my house. So guess what I did? I decided to put all of my new IOD stuff in here so I can find it real quick when I need it. I even put the Madeline in there. So I'm going to go over some of this stuff real quick. This is the stamp. This is the emblem stamp. I have a few of these left. This is the box set. It comes with 4 different sheets of these. These are vintage book plates. So if you haven't picked that one up, that's a really sweet one. I haven't even got to play around with that one yet. It works perfect, and I don't even know where my set is for this, but this is the Apothecary stamp set. My daughter had these in her room. I found them up there, so I got to find the box set. But they come in with these little envelopes with the little letters. They're perfect for the emblem set. If you've picked up this, you need to get this. You did? I'd love to see your canister that you did. You need to show me. Okay, so then I have all of the molds are not in here. If you didn't see the first part of my video, All my molds are here because I did resin. I filled them with resin, but I'm gonna film them taking out of the thing because it's just like rewarding to see that. But anyway, they're all there, so I can fit all of my molds in there. And then I have all of the IOD transfers. So this is the Emily Claire one. It's the really sweet one. Emily Claire was a lady from the 15 or 1600s. These are, that's already been cut out, but these are drawings from her, like she had like a, I guess some kind of journal or where she painted little drawings and things. So these are her actual paintings and little sketches and drawings of, have you gotten your box yet, Claudia? It should be there. If it's not there, it should be there soon. Anyway, you can see, but isn't that pretty? These are actual drawings from the 1500 or 1600s. Yes, okay, good, yay, I'm glad you got them. Is everything okay with it? Everything look good? I hope so. Okay, so there's that. This is the, by any other name. These are the Beautiful Roses rose set. It's got a bunch of beautiful, beautiful transfers. Isn't that pretty? But there's just a whole bunch. All of these are still available. Well, no, they're not all available. The bunny mold is out and the papillion is out. Sold out of both of those. But there are still some of these transfers left. But I have sold a bunch of them. So if you want to pick them up, you better pick them up before they're gone. Okay, because they will sell out. There's that. Here, isn't this cool how they all fit in here? So now instead of having to like go look for them in the garage, they're all in this box. And it looks springy and pretty instead of just like a Dollar Tree box or whatever, or basket. But this is like the Saint Wind transfer. I've already used that first one. It's over there. I actually have it out for decor. I should bring it over here to you. But this is the Saint Wind one. I'm glad to hear everything arrived safely. When did you get it? Have you had it a while, Claudia? Anyway, you get the point. This is kind of a moody one. I'm going to go grab this over here and show y'all. I have both of these over here. Whoops. I've got both of these. I have them displayed in my kitchen. This is my kitchen living room, but this is the project I did with the Saint Wind on my video. This is what it looks like. I did this one. So I have this one there. This front comes from that Saint Wind. It's a transfer. I keep showing you next to the Fusion paint so you know how big it is. If y'all know, this is a pint and this is how big it is. And then I actually have these layered. I have this one and this one layered over there. This is the one I did with that willow color. And this is the, oh, it's upside down. I think it's the Ephemeral Melange one, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, I kind of have them. I can't remember how I have them over there. One of the two. I've got them layered, but you can layer them either way. So I did this in a video. This is a Willow by Alchemy, and then with the transfer. And some people I know don't like it really bright. So, oh, okay. Was it on your horse? That's right. I saw that. I've not gotten to comment on that yet, but I did see it earlier when I was getting the kids ready. I'm gonna have to go back there and check it out. This is the, if you like it on neutral, I did it like, I put some aging wax on there. And this is if you like the bright color. So you can see, like, I just thought it'd be kind of fun to layer them, just kind of like a layered look. I had it with the bright one showing, but you know, depending on your taste, you can just have whichever one you like. Anyway, I like to decorate both sides so that you don't just waste it, and you can just turn out. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go check that out again. Okay, let me put this down right there. Okay, so there's that. This is the Flora Greco one. Beautiful, beautiful transfer. It's got birds, and it's got all these oval like framed ones. Which of your projects got, or which of the products is your favorite so far? Now that you've seen them in person, aren't they beautiful? They're more beautiful in person. That's what I always say. But it's got big transfers. If you want to, buy something and make it look perfect, the transfers are for you because the image will look perfect. This one's cut out. These are cut out because I cut some out and I did a project, a little. What did I do? That little jewelry box. Anyway, this is what that one looks like for Greca. It's a beautiful one, okay? So there's that one. And then I also have the Madeline. I just had to turn it a little bit. This is the Madeline transfer set. This is the big one. It's been very popular. These two have been my best-selling ones, or last time I checked. I haven't checked yet, but they're also right behind these two. The other ones are selling like almost the exact same. Good, I'm glad you like them. Aren't they beautiful? So this is the Flora Greca. It's got 16 sheets. Beautiful images. Can y'all see that okay? But anyway, beautiful images. Look at that. 8 pages. I already did a child's cabinet. This one I think is stunning in person. What did you think? You used this one? Okay, I wasn't sure which. I saw it this morning when I was getting ready, and I was like, okay, is that the new release, like the last release, or this one? And then I couldn't tell if you used that mold. What mold did you use under the horse? Was that from one of the new molds or just the new transfer? I couldn't tell. Like I said, I didn't get to like look at it closely because I was getting my kids ready for school. So I had to get off there real quick on the unicorn. Okay, the unicorn one. I wasn't sure. Okay, well, I'm going to go back. Hey, perfect time to invite you guys. If you're not a member of my J. Bowen Creative group, it's free over on Facebook. You can share your projects, meet a lot of these lovely ladies. You can see their projects. They share on there. You can share your projects, get inspiration, make friends, all that fun stuff. So join that group if you haven't already. We have a lot of fun on there. And you'll get updates about things. This is, I've got three other stamps. I'm just gonna grab these. They're still sitting right here. These are the new stamps. They're still, I have them literally sitting right there. These are the little projects. I didn't show y'all hanging up because I was in a hurry, but this is the Meadowlark stamp, but this is stamped with, it's on like a taupe color called Algonquin by Fusion, and then it's just a soft gray. So I wanted it to look like a tapestry, okay? Yes, that one, Tara, is a really nice transfer. That Madeline, very popular. Okay, and this is the lace, the beautiful lace stamp. Y'all see how beautiful? I demonstrated all these projects on my last video. And then this is the Palais de Fleurs, or something like that. This is the one, it looks like fancy chandeliers to me. That's that one. So anyway, I have a couple. This is when I used it with the black ink. I was just kind of trying it out just to see. These are just those Dollar Tree things. And this one I did it with the gray, the lace. You couldn't see it. So I decided to go back and do it the black. It's got to have that black ink to be able to really see that lace. That's a beautiful one, and it's perfect for like backgrounds. What I really wanted to do is get some of those cutouts, like those from like the Dollar Tree or something, but I couldn't find them yet. I think they weren't out, but like the little Dollar Tree, like wooden bunny shapes, and stamp these patterns on those shapes. I thought it would be beautiful, but because I didn't have that much time, I did these so you guys could get an idea as to what they look like when they were stamped. Yes, okay, yeah, aren't they all beautiful? There's so many projects. I cannot wait to see your guys' projects. We still have some stuff available. If you're interested, I have marked down some of my other items to the price that we can mark them down to. So if you're interested in purchasing any of the older releases, you can purchase those. I've got the free shipping over $100. You just have to, let's see if I can fit them sideways. Yeah, see how good they fit in this thing? And the cool thing is this. So I can put all of the new release in here. All of the new release. I can put my molds in there. I can shut it. Okay. I can keep this in here in my living room. And it looks like this. Whoops, I just got to shut it. It's kind of janky right here. This thing is a little janky. Let me get it. Okay, here you go. I can shut it, carry it around, and it just, this was the Saint Germain transfer on that moss color from Alchemy. Y'all seem to love this one on the video, but see, I can carry all of my new IOD stuff here, and and I can set it on my counter. It looks like kind of like a decoration. And instead of, otherwise what I have is it all stacked up. It doesn't look that nice like that. Mainly because this is our actual this is our kitchen. This is our kitchen, and we've got like a living room here, and so I would show y'all over there. It's actually pretty clean, except for I have some chips and stuff right here. But anyway, so I'm very excited about the new release, or my next video. Y'all stay tuned. Is there anything that you guys want to see on a video? Y'all let me know what it is you guys are wanting to see, because when I did the poll, y'all were most interested in molds. Like 60-70% wanted to see molds, followed by stamps, paint inlays, and last transfers. It's kind of funny because the transfer, it was funny to me because the transfers are the top sellers, yet y'all wanted to see, and the molds and the transfers are like neck and neck on top sellers. But y'all weren't that interested in seeing transfers, but you were very interested in seeing the molds. So we're gonna have 2 to 3 projects with molds coming up, and then we're going to have, I'm looking over here to remember, then we're going to do some paint inlays on that next video, so y'all can see how easy they are to apply, that they actually do have a good value. Even though they are more expensive, you can use them like a transfer. You can only use each transfer 1 time. With these, you can use them 2 to 3 times depending on how you apply them. And they actually look to me like real, like frescoes. They look like real art. And I know that scares people because you're not going to get a perfect image, but that's what I like about it. You're going to get just a really cool, it looks authentic, like something that's, you know, when you put it on a piece, it can look like it's been there forever. So it's really cool. But if y'all haven't joined me over on Facebook, join me. Check out my other videos if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.